what's up? Red Panda Anthem. Red Panda, what's good?
Let's go through a couple charts and we'll wrap up. I want to just tell you I love you guys. Oh, and this last thing regarding elections. In 6 months after the election passes, volatility normally clears up. So we may have a little bit more rocky, more of a rocky stock market and have a little bit more turbulence. But 6 months after the election is over, I told you guys this 2 years ago, things are smoothed out and we'll be back to the upside. Let's end with charts. Love you guys. Man, I got to ask y'all before I get to chart time and I drop these last few lessons, who do you want to see in New York for Market Mondays Live? I got a couple little ideas I want to try and do, and you know, me, Troy, and Shotty, we planning a couple of things, but let me know who you guys would like to see at the event in the comments. Shout out to all my people on the East Coast, everybody Irvington, East Orange. Shout out Corey Joe Ish. Y'all better slide through. Listen, Joseph Anthony, I don't want to hear about you being mad about the little text. You know what I mean? You get invited to the party, you know what I mean? And you don't slide through. Corey, what we doing? Shout out Chad, everybody at 85 South. This is the ultimate secret for your financial freedom. You need to pair long-term investing with your business, with swing trading, with short-term investing, while avoiding income creep. So some of you are like, yo, I want to get to 50, 60 grand a month. And then you turn around. I saw you in InvestFest, don't lie. Some of y'all spending 50, 60,000 a month to put on clothes, to take pictures on Instagram and still go home and not get none. I ain't moving off that. Y'all got all the jewelry. Y'all looking good. Hey, man. Plus life insurance while being balanced. For my people that own companies or own brands, why are you not taking part of your profit and investing that into long-term assets and swing trading? Because truth be told, those companies are not going to leave you behind. Those companies are going to be around and be more loyal than most employees and most business partners. And I know some of you may think you may not need it, but I'd rather you have that capital working for you. Because I always said it, if I can walk you right now into Google, even Netflix, and say, hey, I got a partnership for you, would you like me to set up the partnership meeting for you? Everyone says yes. And then I'll say, hey, why are you not investing in the company in the interim? It's one of the things that you can do to give you a great hedge and a lot of safety in the market and give you predictability. Because the one thing we all want in a business and in our financial well-being is to not have stress. Next tip, only take 12 trades per year if you're not a professional or if you are not returning $7 for every dollar you put into the market. For those of you that are doing options, you need to look at that put-call ratio indicator every week on Y charts, or if you can find it on another site for free, great. But you need to see that what is the actual ratio of puts to calls to make sure that you're going in the right direction. And Ian Council said this before, but many of the greatest investors only have a handful of investments that make up the lifetime of their gains. There's only 3 ways you really can invest. You can invest for income, and you can buy a bond or a stock to give you a dividend. You can have a growth stock and a stock that'll grow 10 to 25% in a year, or value, something that is undervalued and grows really slowly. But in the interim, if those trades are not working, please write these down. These are a few commodities that you can trade that are always going to be around. Number 1, copper. Number 2, soybean. Number 3, corn. Number 4, cotton. Which, given with the slave trade, like the cotton industry was the tech industry in the 1600s and 1700s. So that's why when we collectively had to pick cotton, that was America's original startup idea, was to play the arbitrage of human capital and not pay in inhumane conditions to offset cost. And if you look at what the return on investment was, which a lot of companies model themselves after now, were based on the returns that they got back in slavery. The next one is wheat, coffee, oats, and lumber. So I'll say them again: coffee, soybean, corn, cotton, wheat, coffee, oats, and lumber. So even if you cannot find a great stock to trade, those commodities will be there no matter what. Jake Freeman made $110 million off a $25 million investment, investing in Bed Bath & Beyond. Whew. I'm not mad at the kid, but if he made 110, once again, the same thing I said in InvestFest: if we pile together and we build a fund together and we collectively own it, how much could we make together? That's up to y'all. Let's go through these charts real quick and we can wrap up. Love y'all. Let's go through AMC first. If you're in AMC, hold it. At $18.02, I wouldn't touch it right now. I can never count AMC out. It's not a primary pick. It's not a top 5. It's not a top 10. If you believe in the company, you can hold it. They potentially could push back up to $27. I would exit there and be done. AMC right now will be a no-go unless you're already in it. Let's look at AMD. AMD, I like for the long term. Going to hold it for 3 years. We should go through another recession-like cycle mid-23 or top of 24. I will wait to maybe $66 to get it then. Let's look at CCO. Carnival Cruise Lines, nope. Had a lot of volume as of recent, but nope, I wouldn't touch it. Ford, historically, I don't like automotive companies, but I do. Now, it's going to be tough. Stock Club members, you already got the article. They're trying to get rid of all dealerships and go to the Tesla model where they're selling directly to consumer online. If they can pull that off, it would be absolutely amazing. Now, every state that does have regulation for those that own those dealerships, because they are underneath the franchise model. So it's going to be tough as hell to get underneath that agreement. But if they can, yeah, Ford is going to do absolutely amazing. I'm excited about that. Amazon, yes. Let's look at SoFi. And I'm going to try and cover a bunch of stocks I normally don't talk about. SoFi, nope. Can't touch it. Look at this, $28.26. We talked about it before. The low earlier this year was $4.82. Is now at $6.33. Don't touch SoFi for the long period. Bank of America. Okay. I don't love it though. GCT. It went from $12 to 60 and is now 48. You know my rule. For any stock that's this new, I need you to wait at least 90 days before we look to invest in it. DNA, no. Was at $15.86 last year. It's at $2.85. I mean, if it gets to like 34 cents and you want to just gamble, I would not be mad at it. If you want to swing trade it, not mad at it. STNE, nope, same thing. I will wait for STNE to break down to maybe $2. And I will ride it up to maybe 6 and get out for a swing trade. STNE is not a long-term hold. No way. American Airlines, no way. Let's go to WBD. Warner Brothers Discovery. Nope. Was at $78 last year. It's now $13.73. No. And I know some of you are going to be like, hey, a bunch of stocks have fallen a ton this year. What separates the ones that are quality? Number one, are they top 5 overall? Number 2, are they top 5 in their category? Number 3, do you know anybody using it? No, I don't hear any fans that love Warner Brothers. Tilray, the entire weed space is terrible until they pass national legislation. If you can open a dispensary, great, but I would not touch the stock. Uber, no. GM, nah. Verizon, nope. Hell no. APDN. And when you actually comb through, this is a great homework assignment. I mean, for anybody who got in maybe at 70 cents and they wrote it up to $4, great. But if you look, in 2016, APDN was at $138. It's at $4 now. No, this is a good swing trade. So for my swing traders, you can put it on your list and potentially hold it and ride it up. Let's look at Fubo. Trash. Roblox. But I was saying, if you actually go through Roblox, I mean, if you get back to, you probably get filled at $22 flat if you're looking to hold for long term. But I mean, it fell from 141.60 down to $22. Some of this is just common sense. Like, if you're losing this much value in a company, you do not want to touch it. And the crazy part is the economy is not as bad as it could be.
This that Red Panda Anthem. Ian, what's up? This that Red Panda Anthem. Red Panda, what's good? Red Panda Anthem. Your boy going up. I know they can't stand it.